the fire alarm's going off. Oh no, the fire alarm's going off. Oh, we got to get out of the Cannon building. There's a fire. Oh, it's not a fire. Wow. Okay. There isn't a fire. So what happened? Before I get into that, in Biden's Animal Farm video right now, is it please like, share, and subscribe to this channel so this channel can grow and we get out a common sense middle of the road opinions that I'll do my best to keep my personal opinions out of it. But when I do, I'll state it, but not as a fact. So today, in the midst of the government shutdown, which actually just passed not too long ago in the Senate, but while the procedure was going on, the fire alarm went off in the Cannon building, which at the time was a government proceedings, okay? The fire alarm went off, people got evacuated, but there was no real fire. Allegedly, the House of Representatives member Jamal Bowman from the 16th District of New York, which is basically the Bronx, AOC's area, probably next to AOC's, I don't know exactly, but it is the 16th District of New York. It was pulled. The reason why this is important, it ties to January 6th. When it comes down to it, is that Jamal Bowman has allegedly violated 18th U.S. Code 1512, Section C, subset 2, which states interrupting a government proceedings. Why is that important? Marjorie Taylor Greene was already put out there that that's the ones that stated, and they were charged, all the insurrectionist people on January 6th, they were interrupting a government proceeding, which was the verification of the 2020 election. That's what was going on, and that was one of the charges of many of the insurrectionists, as they were called them. I disagree with that, but that's my opinion. But that's what they were charged with. And some of these people went to jail. So, Hakeem Jeffries has talked about it. Kevin McCarthy has talked about it. Basically, they kept their cools. They're going to do their investigation. I'm going to put a picture in this video of him pulling it. Right next door, there's actually a door that he could have pushed out. He allegedly did it by accident, and he was rushing to a meeting. Probably in another video, I'm going to put out the fact that about Marjorie Taylor Greene, but I'm going to keep her video out of this. I just want to talk about it first. Why is this important to me? Why is this important to you? So when it comes down to it, this guy, Jamal Bowman, is the 16th District from New York, Bronx. He's 47 years old. He's a so-called Democrat. I say that for one reason. He's not. He caucuses with the Democrats. He's a Democratic socialist, which he's part of the squad. He's a part of the progressive wing, the far left wing, that wants all these drastic changes in this United States, which I totally disagree with. Because if you truly love this country, you should try to fix its problems, not rip its guts out, which is what a lot of this stuff is doing, in my opinion. If you disagree, please nicely state your comments in there so that we can get these opinions out there and do it nicely and do it respectfully. But what blows me away, he's a middle school principal. I'm a retired history teacher. This is one of my costumes, which is George Washington. And I always put the picture of it when I was teaching, since I'm retired now. He's a principal, and he allegedly pulls the fire alarm. In my school, if some student did that, pulls the fire alarm, he's getting his or her pronouns, don't go creepy over pronouns, would get into trouble. The January 6th people went to jail for doing that. So what do you think about a U.S. House of Representatives pulling that? If he did, you're innocent until proven guilty. If he did, should he be expelled? Should he be kicked out? Should he be censured? or should he go to prison? I want you to make that call. Put your comments in there. But I have to tie everything back to the novella, which is George Orwell. How did Napoleon control the farm once they took over? The three main things is fear, propaganda, and manipulation of everything around them. When they took over an animal farm, they attacked the manor farm, the one who controlled it. But once they got control of the farm, it was the dogs that controlled everything. They did all kinds of things to create situations where they could keep control, set people up. Supposedly this guy was working to slow down the vote, which is the government proceedings. This is what he said. First of all, it was an accident. He didn't do it on purpose. He was just rushing to a vote. But at the time, they were trying to slow down the vote so they could take more time. This is what some people are saying, okay? I'm just putting that out there to give you more information so you can make your own decision. But I'm going to state my opinion. If he did this, he should be expelled. And he should spend some time in jail. Because if this is a fair society, if everybody's equal under the law, he interrupted governmental proceedings. So did the January 6 people. They go to prison, equal justice, he goes to prison. Do we have equal justice in this country? That's up to you. Does this government play by the rules or change the rules for depending on who it is? Thank you. Like, share, and subscribe. Please put your comments in the videos. And I have to say something from my personal life. I love you, John. I love you, John. Bye-bye.